This is Tuesday, January 26th, writing lesson. Our objective today is I can identify and write adverbs that tell when and where. Words that describe verbs are adverbs. Adverbs tell us how an action happens. They can also tell where and when something happens. Adverbs can come before or after the verbs they describe. In this first example, it says the bus drove there. Here, there is our adverb because there describes the verb drove, and it tells us where the bus drove. Then it picked up new passengers. Then tells us when it picked up new passengers. The children will sing tonight. Tonight tells us when the children will sing. The concert will be in a park nearby. Nearby tells us where the park is. So yesterday we focused on adverbs that told how, but today we're going to focus on adverbs that tell where and when something occurs. In these first few examples, it says to write the adverb that tells about each underlined verb. First, we will ask our teacher for help. Our verb is ask, and first tells us when we will ask their teacher. You can walk behind me. Our verb is walk, and here the adverb is behind because it tells us where you can walk. Finally, we reached the skate park. Our verb here is reached, and the adverb that describes it is finally. That tells us when. Do not look down. Here our verb is look, and it's telling us that the adverb is down because it's telling us where not to look. On these next several examples, it says to find the adverb that tells about the underlined verb in the sentences below. It's too cold at the beach to swim today. The adverb here is today, and that tells us when. First, we will look for sweatshirts. Here, our adverb is first, and that also tells us when. Then we will wait for the sun to come out. Here, our adverb is then. That tells us when. We can watch to see if the sun comes out over there. Here, the adverb is there. That tells us where. If it doesn't get warm, we can go to the movies nearby. Here, the adverb is nearby. That tells us where. We should look at the weather report soon. Here, the adverb is soon, and that tells us when. It says the sun will shine later. Here, the adverb is later, and that tells us when. And finally, number 8, we can hike now. Our adverb is now, and that tells us when. Next, I'm going to create my own sentence that uses an adverb, and I want to use an adverb that either tells us where or when. So the sentence I wrote was, Sarah needs to do her homework later. Later describes when. Our exit ticket is on Edulastic, and I'll pull up a preview of that. Number 1, choose the adverb in the sentence. So all the words are highlighted, but you just click the adverb. Number 2 is the same way. Number 3, we are sorting the adverbs based on whether they tell when or where. Number 4, write a sentence using an adverb that tells where. Number 5, write your own sentence using an adverb that tells when. If you have any questions about this assignment, please let me know.